Hey, what's going on everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. Welcome guys back to a brand new video. If you guys are new, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into it. In today's video, I want to discuss a topic and why I've seen a lot of people talking about why they should reboot the MCU. The MCU is not doing good and blah, blah, blah. And I want to come here and discuss why I think that I agree with a lot of people that they need to reboot the MCU. The MCU is a franchise that I grew up with the first Iron Man all the way back in 2008. Iron Man was the movie that surprised everyone, that launched the MCU. At this point of on, with the release of, I believe was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, is the most recent one. There has been 32 movies in the MCU. Secret Invasion is the most recent MCU show, and I do not know how many shows are in total of the MCU from WandaVision to now. I can't think of it at the top of my head. But the MCU has not been doing great. After Endgame, the MCU have been in a decline, which is sucks to see because I actually thought that the MCU, how successful it was from Iron Man to maybe to Endgame, to Far From Home, however you want to say it. It was bangers after bangers after bangers after bangers. And then once we got to Phase 4 with WandaVision, which was great, started off great, but then now it's kind of laying down. Phase 4 has been a hit or miss. A lot of the projects in Phase 4 I enjoyed, a lot of projects in Phase 4 I disliked. Phase 5 started off as a miss for me and a lot of people. I really enjoyed WandaVision. I really enjoyed Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I really enjoyed What If. I really enjoyed all that. Black Widow, to me, I'm not a big Black Widow fan. Black Widow to me kind of felt like a movie that I should have been made and released in around Phase 1, Phase 2. I don't understand why they waited so long until after she died to make a backstory. Not a backstory, but a movie in between Civil War and Infinity War for Black Widow. Better late than never. They made the movie. There's nothing that we can do. Black Widow was a letdown for me. And I believe after Black Widow, we got What If, which I really enjoyed. What If. I love the alternate realities. What if this happened, this. I really like it. I really love that. And I can't, so excited for What If Season 2, which I believe was scheduled to come out this year, but I believe was delayed until next year. So sometime next year, we'll be getting Season 2, which I'm so excited for What If Season 2. I really love Season 1. I believe Season 2 will consist of Phase 4. I don't think it's not going to consist of Phase 5 because Phase 5 has not ended yet, but I believe it will consist of Phase 4. I might be wrong off the top of my head. And then after that one, we had Shang-Chi with the Legend of Ten Rings, which was a huge surprise for me after being a disappointment from Black Widow, the first MCU movie in Phase 4 after the pandemic. We started seeing a decline, right? Shang-Chi did it for me. Huge surprise. I love Simu Liu, Aquafina, Dennis, what's his name? Destin Daniel Credit, not Dennis. Destin Daniel Credit, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name right, who wrote and directed the first Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, is writing and directing Avengers: The King Dynasty. I'm assuming he will be doing Shang-Chi 2. None of that has been confirmed yet. I'm sure he will be doing Shang-Chi 2 as well. Simu Liu, Aquafina, they all brought everything that they had done with the story of Shang-Chi, the real Mandarin, finally the twist of Iron Man 3, the fake Mandarin. Now we got the real Mandarin. Shang-Chi worked so well. I love Simu Liu. I love Aquafina. Destin Daniel Cretton did such an amazing job with it. So he did such a great job with that. I can't remember off the top of my head what was after Shang-Chi. We got Eternals. I believe Eternals came out in November of that year. I believe. And then Eternals, which was a movie I was very, very excited for, came out. I was very disappointed with Eternals, so I could care less about the Eternals, where to show up in Eternals 2. I don't really care about the Eternals at this point. I could care less. I could not even name you one single character or one superhero of Eternals. That's how don't care less about that one. I believe we had Hawkeye, which also was a disappointment with me, which introduced Kingpin in the MCU. Kate Bishop Hawkeye could care less about Hawkeye. I did not like Hawkeye at all. We had one of the best multiverse type movies. Spider-Man No Way Home brought back the Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield, let's go! You guys know how much I love Andrew Garfield. You guys know how much I've been begging Sony to make Tales 3. You guys know my hashtags I've been making on Twitter. You guys follow me on Twitter. You guys know I've been doing the hashtag make Tales 3. Come on, guys, let's have Sony make the Amazing Spider-Man 3. We need the Amazing Spider-Man 3 to happen. We need Andrew Garfield to complete his trilogy. Otherwise, all jokes aside, I thought Spider-Man No Way Home was a very amazing, great movie. Interaction with Tobey Maguire. No disrespect to Tobey Maguire, it was very, very great to see Tobey Maguire after all these years. I believe it's been like 15 years since Spider-Man 3 or something, 14, 15 years, whatever, I can't remember the top of my head. Very, very great interaction with him, with Tom Holland, right? With Andrew Garfield interacting with both Toby and Tom Holland. Seeing Alfred Molina return to Doc Ock, Willem Dafoe back as Green Goblin. Jamie Foxx getting his redemption with Electro and Lizard coming back. Rhys Evans coming back as Lizard. They're all the actors did such an amazing job. I think it was a missed opportunity. I think it was because of COVID. They couldn't bring back Kristen Dunst as MJ or was there Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. I believe it was because of COVID or something like that, which sucks. I understand. Hey, it's nothing we can do. I'm not blaming them. It's not the movie with Gwen Stacy, with Mary Jane, with those actors returning to the role would not make the movie better or less. But hopefully at some point in the future, Emma Stone returns as Gwen Stacy. They could bring back Kirsten Dunst as MJ. And then after that, I believe we got Moon Knight, which Moon Knight to me was a disappointment. I do not like Moon Knight at all. Moon Knight was a show that I was very, very excited for. That people were hyping up. I did not even know nothing. I don't even read the comics, so I do not know a lot of these characters. I did not even know nothing about them. Moon Knight was something I was excited for. The backstory of Moon Knight, the ancient Egypt type thing, was so boring to me. I could care less. I believe after Moon Knight was Multiverse of Madness, which I really, really enjoyed. John Krasinski was Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, which was very great to see. What's his name? Patrick Stewart returned as Professor X. Charles Xavier. We got our live action Captain Carter, played by Haley Atwell. Black Decker, Bo-Katan, Black Bolt. Anson Mount made his MCU debut as Black Bolt. So we got the Illuminati, Doctor Strange, Scarlet Witch as a villain. Very, very great movie. I believe after Multiverse of Madness was Miss Marvel. I know a lot of people hate Miss Marvel, but I really enjoyed Miss Marvel. I can't wait to see her in the Marvels. Can't wait to see her return to that one. And I believe after that one can't think of the top of my head all the other ones. I believe the last movie that came out in 2022, I believe, was Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which was a little bit of a miss to me. I think the first Black Panther was way better than Wakanda Forever, but Wakanda Forever was still a very good movie. I can't think of the top of my head all the other shows that were coming out. I believe after that one was the holiday special, which I believe, holiday special, James Gunn. I think James Gunn did such an amazing job. Or I think before Wakanda Forever was Werewolf by Night, which I think they did such an amazing job with it. Kind of different, so it doesn't kind of feel like an MCU type thing. I believe. And then after that one was this year in 2023, which was Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which ended up being a disappointment. And then after that was Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, which I thought that the MCU was back on track. Volume 3 was a perfect way to end this franchise and to end a lot of these characters. I love this cast of characters. And the fact that James Gunn was able to complete the trilogy, He did such an amazing job. Sucks he will not be working in the MCU anymore, but it is what it is. And then after that, we got Secret Invasion, which started off great and then ended up bad. I did not like Secret Invasion at all. You guys saw my review. You guys saw how disappointed I was with Secret Invasion. You guys saw how much I love Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury. Now, after Secret Invasion, we got, I don't think we have not gotten anything new in the MCU yet. So, yeah, I think the next MCU project that we are getting is I Am Groot Season 2 in September. And I believe we are getting, I can't remember the top of my head, what is the next show? Echo in November. The Marvels also comes out in November. So I believe I Am Groot Season 2 will be the next project in the MCU. Can't think of the top of my head. Anyway, you guys get the gist of it. The MCU has not been doing good. And it really sucks to see a franchise that I love come and not enjoying it. I'm very scared about this MCU. I'm very scared about the MCU. Someone had asked me a question. Hey, you know what? We're getting Avengers King Dynasty. We're getting Avengers Secret Wars. We're getting the Fantastic Four. We're getting Deadpool 3. We're getting X-Men. We're getting Mutants. X-Men, Mutants, whatever you want to call it. We're getting all these projects. Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited for King Dynasty? Aren't you excited for Secret Wars? Hey, you know, all the possibilities. Hey, you know what? To bring back the multiverse and all this. No, I'm not. As much as being a surprise to you, I am not excited for Avengers King Dynasty. I am not excited for Secret Wars. Not excited for Fantastic Four. Not excited for X-Men. Not excited for Deadpool 3. Not excited for none of these projects. I'm sorry, I'm not. I am not excited for Echo. I could care less about Echo. I think that the Marvels is something that not that excited for the Marvels either. The Marvels kind of looks like the season 2 of Miss Marvel. I love the Miss Marvel character. I think the only thing I'm excited for the Marvels is to see the continuation of Miss Marvel in the movie. I'm not a big Captain Marvel fan. I did not start a big fan of the first movie. Photon or Monica Rambeau, whatever, I could care less about that character. Not excited for the Marvels at all. Not excited at all. Yeah, you know, excited to see the return of Nick Fury. I love Samuel L. Jackson's Nick Fury. I do not know if Secret Invasion is a sequel to, I don't know if the Marvels is a continuation of Secret Invasion. I do not know. Secret Invasion ended up being a huge disappointment for me. I could care less about that show. Hated that show. Not except for the Marvels. Not except for Echo. I could care less. I think we're getting X-Men 97 this year. I do not know if it's still coming out this year or not. I do not know what other Marvel shows on Disney Plus is coming out. I do not even know when What If Season 2 is coming out. But the MCU has been a disappointment. And it sucks to see because I've been a fan of the MCU since Iron Man. And I don't get excited for the MCU anymore. My excitement level used to be up here. I used to be anxious and excited for the next MCU project after project after project. And I'm not like that. I am not excited for King Dynasty. I'm not excited for Secret Wars. I am not excited for this. Oh, yay, guess what? Rumor. This actor is supposed to be reprising this role. Or Deadpool 3 is supposed to be rumored to bring back the Fox universe with all the original X-Men showing up. Supposed to kill the Fox universe. Ben Affleck's supposed to be in Deadpool 3, reprising as well as Daredevil. All the older Fantastic Four rumored. Jessica Alba, all those are in Deadpool 3. Doctor Doom from the original Fantastic Four is rumored to appear. Deadpool kills the Fox universe, all that. I'm not excited for that. I'm not. I'm not excited for Hugh Jackman to come back as Wolverine. Sure, it's nice to see him to come back, but I'm not excited for it. I did not even ask him to come back. I'm sick and tired of this stupid multiverse. Believe it or not. Tired of this stupid fan service. Where Disney and Kevin Feige is like, oh yeah, let's do this, fans. Let's bring back Hugh Jackman. Let's bring all these actors back. Let's go. I'm not excited for it. Even though as much as I love The Flash, I love that movie. I did not care less about the stupid multiverse. I'm sick and tired of this multiverse saga. If I was Disney, if I was the MCU, I know they're not going to do it. Just cancel the multiverse saga. Start over. And I could care less about the Avengers King Dynasty. Could care less about Deadpool 3 or Secret Wars. I could care less about that. I just think at this point they should just reboot. I think that if they rebooted the MCU right now, after Phase 6, just ended with Secret Wars, just ended everything, start fresh. Can you just imagine the possibilities, the amount of characters and all that the MCU have? Fresh, they could start fresh. The stories, there's a lot of stories that could be told with Iron Man, with Thor, with Captain America, with Spider-Man, with X-Men. I love great X-Men stories. I love great, sure that there's a lot of great Fantastic Four, right? I love great Daredevil stories. I love great stories that they could tell if they rebooted this. And I think that if they rebooted the MCU, I think that would be the best part. And that would save the MCU. The MCU right now, the multiverse saga has been so, we don't even know what's going on. We don't even know who the big bad is. We all know, oh yeah, King is coming. King does not even feel like a biggest threat like Thanos. So I think at this point, Avengers King Dynasty, Avengers Secret Wars, Fantastic Four, Deadpool 3, the Marvels, Blade, X-Men, or whatever, I could care less about those projects. I could care less. Not excited for them. There's not, my excitement level for those projects are not high. I'm not excited for Echo. Okay? And just because I'm not excited for them, I'm not going to watch them. I'm still going to watch them to the MCU. I'm just not that excited for them. I think at this point that the MCU has been seeing a decline after decline after decline. I think it's time for them to reboot the MCU. Right? I think it's time for them to reboot the MCU, start fresh, start from the beginning. And it's sad to see a franchise that I love, that I grew up with, see a decline in this. I never would have thought. I thought that the MCU was gonna last 20, 30 plus years. And the fact that the MCU has been around for the past 15 years, that started off great for the past 15 years, and now seeing a decline is very, very sad to see. And I think that they should reboot the MCU now. You know what I mean? And that's just my opinion on this, that they need a reboot. They need to start from the fresh. They need to, like I said, King Dynasty, Secret Wars, Fantastic Four, Mutants, Deadpool 3, whatever other shows or whatever, could care less. Not excited for them at all. Not that excited for the stupid multiverse saga. Not even the shows. I think that the shows screwed up the MCU. Disney thought on top of their head that in paper and they thought that their shows were a good thing, but on paper it was not great. That the MCU shows screwed up like this. That's why they're releasing so much projects. Because of the shows. Not only they're working on the movies, but they're also working on the shows. I think if they remove the shows, stop doing the shows, go back to pure movies, great movies, they will go back on track. But at this point, I think that they should just reboot the MCU. Let me know in the comments below, guys. What do you guys think about my rant on the MCU? Do you guys agree with me? Should they reboot the MCU? At this point, I think that they should. You know what I mean? I could care less about the multiverse saga. Could care less about the MCU now. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like it. Leave in the comments below your thoughts on why they should reboot the MCU, why they should keep the current MCU. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.